Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is a Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak II Part 108. Last time we talked to people, did connection events. Boom! What if we did a connection event right at the start this time? You probably didn't see that coming. Because normally we wait till the end. We're mixing it up on you. You never know on my next move. Van parted ways with his companion for a short while. Damn true. He then met up with Elaine and the two went to speak with a prospective client. Would have been funny if I picked on one of the ones we had already done. Is there only, because it's what, Elaine, Swin, Nadia, and there was someone else I was saving. Elaine, Swin, Nadia, and let me run through the characters off the top of my head. Anya's check, Fairy check. Oh, the two nerds. That's it. Yeah. We hadn't done theirs yet. How much is the delay? I'm with the Bracer Guild? I would have probably done Elaine's last, but now I guess it's either going to be... Well, we'll probably do Swin and Nadia's last. So we'll do the two nerds next. We've been expecting you. Aren't you the famous A-rank Bracer? Oh, you're the married people. Yeah, okay, that's where you were. You guys were hiding in the secret connection event room waiting for us. Good thing we talked to those people already. Well, I mean, I guess I really wouldn't. Yeah, but at least I know who these two people are supposed to be. At least the dude. I have no clue who the lady is. I don't remember her being part of the... I don't remember anything about the dude wanting to get married. I don't really remember his request at all. Something about a watch? Or something? Maybe he wanted that back because he was getting married. I don't know. Who knows? Thank you so much for agreeing to accept our request on such short notice. Oh, you brought Van along as well. Me and Van, we go way back. Brothers for life, ain't it? Up top. Fancy seeing you again. For the record, I'm mostly just along for the ride. The Ark ride. You know him? Yeah, met him while doing a 4SPG a while back. Still keeping in touch with old Bruno? Yes, I consulted him about all this, in fact. Anyway, I feel much better knowing that you're on the case. Let's get down to business, shall we? Do you suspect a stalker will crash your wedding today and attack the bride? Do I have that right? What the hell? That's a bit of an escalation. I do, yes. Honestly, we're at a loss what to do, so who's getting stalked? It all began, well, yeah, guess I could have guessed that. It all began when Dorothea was kind enough to care for a man who was passed out along the side of the road. The Aaron's dad. She was already engaged at that point, but that didn't stop the man from obsessing over after the fact. It should have been me, dude. She reached out to the police and the guild several times, but they couldn't do much as he was careful to remain within the confines of the law. Then once the wedding date was... Wedding date? Oh no, spoilers. The wedding date was set, she received an unusual package. Inside was a clandestine photo of her and the groom. The faces were cut out and a message was written in blood. Love never dies. Well, apparently it is. About to. The wedding date was listed as well, even though it had only just been decided on. How despicable. Only the vilest of fiends would seek to ruin such an important day in a young couple's life. Also, murder's bad, but it's extra bad in this case, I guess. That's a textbook example of a threat letter. Should be enough cause for the guild to take action. You're not gonna let him join the guild, are you, Elaine? I know that's kind of your MO sometimes. Problem is, we're following the Bracer Code. I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask you to delay your wedding. Danger is imminent. We have to put the safety of the citizens above all else. I hope you understand. Oh, shucks. I'm afraid of that. So sorry, Dorothea. Don't be. It's for the best. We can't risk putting our friends and family in harm's way. I just wish we could have celebrated this with them. Everyone was able to take time out of their busy schedules for this. Alright, I think this request can qualify as a 4SPG now. Oh. Arkwright Solutions working with the guild on this one. So we get paid for this, right? If it's an official 4SPG then? I didn't know the wedding day because I got an idea. You do? But how it... No, I'll pay any price you ask as long as it means we can have our wedding as planned. pull this off, I'm gonna need the assistance of our very own Beauty's Blade. Say no more. I'll do whatever I can to help. After that, they enlisted the aid of the Cathedral staff and simply put Van's plan into reversal. Place. I have no clue. Okay, so I'll tell you what my thought process there is, why I said the word reversal. I'll get you a slight peek into my mind. All right. This all happened in that like second and a half. Said Beauty's Blade reminded me. Oh yeah, don't people think that name's cringy? Honestly, I think people are overreacting over it because Sword Maiden sounds like lame as hell, and there's so many maidens. The same bit I've already said before. Went through that whole thing, and then another example. People get it just feels like really dry to call her Sword Maiden. Same way that Reverse Babble sounds really dry from Reverie, which is I know another thing that people got like. I wouldn't say like mad about, but maybe a little annoyed. We're just rehearsing the classics here, but that was the thought process that was going on, like the subconscious was doing that whole bit about how I think Reverse Babble, like it just sounds stupid. I mean, I get what it's going for, and Retributive Tower is not much better, but Reverse Babble just does not sound as good as people think it sounds to me. Like it just sounds really clunky. And then it's like, does that mean what the Old Testament's like canonical? And what is it reversing, or does it? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today before the goddess Adios to join Roderick and Dorothea in the bonds of holy match. It's like one of those things. I guess it's like it sounds cooler at first blush, and then you think about it for like a quarter second, you're like, it doesn't make any sense. It's just like, hey, you've heard of the Tower of Babel. Do you, Roderick, take this woman Dorothea to have and hold in sickness and in health, for richer or poor, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live? I do. And do you, Dorothea, take this man Roderick in sickness and health, for richer or poor, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live? Oh, I see what it is. Stop! Okay, that looks like the kind of guy who would crash a wedding. Who do you think you are? You don't know how to barge in on this sacred union. Holy hell. Dorothea, you look so much more enhanced now. This is that low-life bastard I told me about. Why, Dorothea? Why would you marry the likes of... You're looking kind of mighty different. I was just looking at you last night and you didn't look like this. I'm the one you love. That's why you saved me back then, right? Yep, that veil is really... Get a grip, man. That's some fantasy you dreamed up on your own. I'll never go with the woman I love, and especially not to someone who like burned her with a one-sided obsession. What the hell did you say to me? Who do you think you are, you piece of shit? Get lost. You got nothing to do with this, Dorothea. My beloved, it's time to go. To the goddess's side, where our love will never die. Huh? I must say, I find your unrequited love rather shallow. You couldn't even tell that your beloved was an imposter. Holy shit, she's even hotter. What? That's an A-rank bracer! Beauty's Blade, why is she here? But why? Where's my Dorothea? Ah! Where does the sword go? Oh, Roderick. Oh, Dorothea, everything's gonna be alright now. So, what do y'all think of our mid-wedding halftime show? A little unprecedented, I know, but hey, it was a first for everything. Our special guest Elaine, our cleric, gave a performance for the ages, all to test the love of our leading lady and man. Let's give our groom a big round of applause for bravely fending off his girl's would-be captor. Holy cannoli, I had no idea they switched out the bride. Are you people... Okay, how connected are you to the wedding? Because if you're just like somebody's like +1, alright. But you better not be like immediate family to anyone here. Or else that's pretty embarrassing. Well, I guess maybe if you're on the groom side, maybe you wouldn't know what the bride looked like. But they don't really look very similar. Oh, it's a little too realistic for my taste, but man, what a show! I mean, they do look similar, but like, you know, all that really matters is your hair color in anime land. That's all I look for. Everyone's faces are the same. It's just hair color first, and then secondarily what color clothes. I sincerely apologize for causing such a ruckus. We will get the ceremony back underway in just a moment. Like, if they had the same hair color, I'd be like, I couldn't pick them out of a crowd. Or right next to each other. I'd be like, these are the same image. Let me offer my congratulations to the soon-to-be happy newlyweds. Afterwards, they quietly turned the stalker over to the police. Wedding went on from there without any further disruptions. Elaine, Van! Thank you so much for saving our... Are they using the unclouded eye to communicate? Well, that was neat and tidy ending. I'm glad we were able to help them. Yeah, we was out of pulling over on the crowd with that halftime show a bit. It's one hell of a gamble. Also, you know, the kind of dark side of this is that dude's gonna get out in like 6 months and kill them. Because, I mean, that is a legitimate problem when it comes to, like, stalking. And, because, I mean, how long can you really put the dude in prison? Like, even if you put a gun on him. Like, I mean, even if you were able to get, like, the absolute maximum sentence of, like, attempted murder, dude will be out in a few years. And, like, even more radicalized. And probably obsessed. So, basically, you guys gotta leave the city. Which, sucks. Patrick hadn't done that whole spiel from the heart. I doubt anyone would have bought it. That was actually, me talking, Elaine. I've got a question for you. Last bets are interested in this request. Something about the job must have caught your eye. I don't think you'd wanted to leave in the middle of the festival otherwise. It was on the bulletin board, so I did it. I suppose that's true. Well, to answer your question, the subject of marriage just happened to be on my mind lately. Seeing as how my family, or rather my relatives, have been trying to get me to tie the wedding knot, I received a few proposals already. Cringe. I knew the Quincy company had been hard at work rebuilding the business, but this is the first I'm hearing of this. As you may well know, our family has a long lineage, and many of our relatives are the old-fashioned sort. Have you told them that they're cringe? I say, it all support the Arclair family. And I suppose it sounds noble and put like that. You know what we do to nobles in Calvard? In all likelihood, they're simply desperate to find their footing. Things have been rather chaotic following the father's incarceration. In a way, I almost pity them, and to be honest, that's why I've entertained the notion. Elaine, if you got married to some random person you don't know simply for the sake of, like, your family pressured you into it, I would not respect you anymore. We'd be going back to the secret option Judith. I know you're just trying to bear the burden of everyone like usual, but that ain't your responsibility, alright? You gotta have some self-respect. Your dad's the one who committed a crime, not you. It ain't your job to mop up his mess. Can't fix everything. If you say you can, that's arrogance talking, plain and simple. But, yeah, that might just be the most hypocritical thing you've ever said. Hey, I'm just speaking from experience, that's all. From one burden-bearing person to another. Don't forget why you chose the path you're on. You didn't choose it for your family's sake, and you sure as hell didn't choose it for mine, either. Right, no, in fact, you're exactly right. Hey. Oh, they're looking at the bride. My perspective got messed up. Like, why are people staring at us? And don't worry about the marriage proposals. I turned them all down. Said I was worried. Oh, you might not want to put this off for too much longer. We're both getting up there in age. Fuck you. Excuse me, I'll have you know I'm only 24. Here I go. Oh no, wonder what could happen. Van catches it. Wow, Elaine caught it. Congrats. I wonder if this is a reward for all the hard work I've put in lately. A certain someone I know could and should learn from my example. Ooh, hit me where it hurts, why don't you? I'll try and take a few pointers. And just don't, Elaine, don't ruin it by telling us that your dad's a groomer, alright? Which, granted, since he's in jail, actually, if Elaine were to info dump that, it would be like, yeah, okay, well, he's a piece of shit. As long as it was coming at it from that angle, as opposed to Agnes's. My dad married my mom and she was real fucking young, so it's okay, right? Which, granted, her having that opinion is actually could be fine if I trusted the writing team. If it was like, hey, we gotta teach Agnes that just because your parents did it doesn't mean it was actually like good and healthy. The same way the Agate Tita thing should have been handled. Where it's like, okay, we could have had Tita developed a crush on the character, and then everyone has to inform her that, like, hey, that's understandable. But really inappropriate. And kind of you're doing a disservice to Agate by bringing it up all the time. Same with everyone else who won't shut the fuck up about it.
Back when we were students, I always thought this day might come for us. Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
Give
Just
me your
lost
accessory,
in thought.
nerd.
We're both still walking our own paths, so let's focus on that for now. I'll be happy to help you along in whatever little ways I can.
Elaine, be honest. You've been in the party for like 80% of the game. What you don't give me a I guess only the side characters give accessories. Fine. I'd rather have, well,
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
I'd rather have the accessory. Honestly, no offense, Elaine. Okay, so it's just the two nerds and Swin and Nadia. Or wait. Or was it Rin? We had not done. Did they not get one? Or did we do it? Oh no, would they have a gift? Because I was like, I remember seeing Salisa's face. But yeah, I guess they just had the one back in the intermission. Okay. But yeah, we haven't done Rin yet. Ooh, Rin or Swin and Nadia. Who will be canon? We'll see. We'll see. We'll let Elaine. I mean, Elaine's that one was fine. Also, honestly, a little on the weaker side. Right now, the winners, Aaron, head and shoulders above everyone else. Catra's is really good. Barry's was pretty good. Agnes's was good until. First half of Agnes's really nice. Second half of Agnes's not good. Elaine's was okay. Yume's was pretty good. For, you know, a side character. Shizuna's was eh. Not done Rin's. Kincaid's was surprisingly good. Not done you. Judith's was okay. So no bads. The worst? Probably Agnes's.
Goddess of the sky is always watching over us.
Always? Like always? Like, even when I suppose that's the end of this morning's mass. Now, would you care to learn a few more things about pharmaceutical skills? Really, can we start working on the more advanced mixtures? How about we go over some of the basics again? For instance, tear bomb. Think you can make some for us? Of course. Well, actually, every time I try and make one mixture nowadays, I end up with two. Sounds like you might need to cut back on the ingredients. Maybe you should stick to walking me through the process first. Tear bomb. Ain't nobody need that shit. I mean, I guess the regular people only have like 80 HP or whatever you have at level 1. Couple hundred maybe. Well, that's because I mean because level 1 you're like already a level 1 combat character, so like a level 1 non-combatant probably does have like 80 HP. I guess a tear bomb would fix him up mighty nice. Or you could just, you know, cast tear. It's nice to see how much Sister Myra's been growing up lately. I'm sure she'll make for a wonderful pharmacist. She's a hard worker after all. I've made some progress in my pharmacology skills lately. Father Nikolai is sure to be surprised. I can't wait to show him. It's actually a Vicar? Nikolai? Vicar? I think it's Vicar. Vicar? Because Vicar, like, is kind of how it's spelled, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Vicar. Or I feel like that's how I've always heard it pronounced.
Thank you all for stopping by. Allow me to assist.
What you got? What kind of good you got for me? Nothing? No good? Alright, that's cool, fine.
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
You said you had shit. Wait. A true macho belt? By golly gee! Even this is new. Can we just only now make this? Because we've had the regular macho belt for a billion years. And we don't use it because arbitrary reasons. I could use another Mine 3.
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
A bargain.
Hope to see you again.
Yes, with the bend.
Allow me to assist.
Quite bargaining. Fanny Wanny, you will not keep
Hope to
your
see you
final
again.
slot unlocked, Fanny. It will not happen. What do you mean there's a chest here, by the way? What? There's a secret area? Mew Mew. Looks like the cats have mellowed out a bit. Oh, you're right. I wonder what happened to them, though. We should leave them be for now. I'm sure they need their rest. Yeah, if you'll excuse us, fair kitties.
Let's go.
We're talking to the cats, Nadia.
Right.
Nadia, I'm gonna kick you out of the park. You know what? You get one more.
I'll take the lead.
And I'm demoting... I'll put Judith in your place or something. Don't worry, I won't get in your way. And it's like my apartments. I think I've mentioned that we have like an absolute ton of wild semi-feral cats around here. But we do, and they live in the attic, and it's very annoying. Sometimes we'll just see them and they're chilling on the roof. And you're like, get down from there. Or don't. You do you. I just kind of wish I'd stop hearing you at 3 in the morning running around above me. It's quite annoying. No offense. They are kind of cute though, so I guess it all comes out in the wash. Kasara's been at Arms for about a week already. I'm still kind of impressed, honestly. I mean, she still had skill, but to pass their special admissions, she'll send a whole nother level, huh? Now, of course, she's been complaining about it ever since, but she can always tell how much she's enjoying herself. I think my sister was spurred on about it as well. She's working on getting out more and more. Couldn't be proud of her, really. Or couldn't be more proud of her. But taking that one word out really changes the meaning of that sentence, eh? Kasara's really changed our lives for the better.
Very well.
I'm Dad and Rebecca at the school festival right now. Apparently Kasara's in charge of designing some of their graphics. Waiting all week to see him. I want to see some of her work too, but Dad hates me, so I guess I'll just, die alone or whatever. Or switch places tomorrow.
Let's go.
Alright, Nadia. You're lucky I don't know how to change the party. No! Can't. There it goes. No, not Rin. You're okay.
Very well.
All right. Of course.
Very well.
We'll do. I'll take
Very
the
well.
lead. All right.
Now, you're not, kicked completely out of the party, Nadia. You can still be there for combat, 'cause I think you're set up right. Yeah. Judith? Not as set up. Elaine? Not as set up. Well, I mean, actually pretty set up. Maybe not optimally, but okay. Anya's? Nah. So you disavow your dad. You're off the damn squad, young lady. Well, Vincent Van, I've heard. Wait, you can walk? I've heard the festival's been a great success so far. Sure ain't the group you see every day. I mean, you guys are all familiar, but, who's the lady again? Oh, you're the doctor. Yeah. Because I'm like, I recognize you, but I can't think of who you are. Not so strange. We actually help each other out with all kinds of things above and below ground, and sometimes we'll even go drinking after. Nice to see you, Van, by the way. You haven't been involved in any scuffles lately, have you? No wounds or lacerations? Yeah, we're pretty good. We are dying from a kidney stone, though. You know how we do. Hunt for Desire member seems to be winding down lately, which means the underworld is seeing less movement by the day. And where there's fewer fights, there's fewer patients. Seriously, my income's starting to take a hit. Well, I think a little more peace around here could do us some good. You would think that, loser. My information network's been slowing down as well. I suppose there's just not as much to talk about these days. However, I did happen to hear that a certain someone will be getting busy soon. Isn't that right, Hermes? Something about the moon? Yeah, Roadjob's got something big coming up. I've had to spend a hell of a lot of time preparing for it. My, sounds like you have a story to tell. Care to elaborate? Yeah, no kidding. You can't just say something like that and expect us not to be curious. Can't I? Let's have a little drinking contest then. If you beat me, I'll tell you all the details, but you don't drink. You have a helmet on. That is cheating. Awfully confident, aren't we? Alright, I'm in. Nice let loose for once. Got no intention of telling him, does she? Real job, huh? Can't say I'm not interested, but I guess I'll leave it be for now. Gonna be honest, the game's got me on that one. That was really, like, pretty much, like, I guess... I mean, I didn't really have any strong reasons to think it was Kilika, other than just, well, she's associated with the government, does shady stuff, and has the same hair, which is all that matters. But why did we decide she wasn't Kilika again? Were they, like, on screen at the same time? Maybe it was like a simulacrum under the helmet or something. Hey, what are you doing here? Been a while since I had Victor's food, so I figured why not drop by. Is this where you're staying nowadays, Judith? Getting to eat such delicacy every day. Sounds like somebody's getting a bit uppity. No, well, I mean, And Victor, any thoughts on what we talked about last time? Why did you think so highly of me, but, Who? What are you two scheming about? Stop sticking your nose in everything. Got an acquaintance that's the owner of a high-class restaurant and wanted me to ask Victor if he's willing to come work for him. I hope not, because we need him to own this place so we don't die of rent increases. So I did. Sounds like an opportunity of a lifetime. Wouldn't you be making bank? I mean, he'd probably make more, but like, if you're just hired as the chef, like you're not even like running the restaurant. Well, wait, because he would just be the chef. So I mean, you probably get paid pretty well depending on how high class we're talking, but making bank? I don't know, maybe. I don't really know how much like high class chefs make. And we also don't know how high class we're talking. I presume that, you know, if you're like in the top like 100 chefs, you're probably doing pretty good, but yeah, I think of Paulette and Yume as well. Quite sad this place disappeared. And as long as you're like, you know, not struggling, it probably would be better to own your own cafe place than be like a chef. Especially, I don't know, I feel like wouldn't be worth it, especially at his age. Why you need all that stress? And, you know, plus, you know, every like 2 months, Van's gonna bring in another renter. Honestly, you probably make more money off Van in the long term. Because he's kind of like honeypotting us now with the low rent, and then he's gonna get us. Where else did I get my food? Here's my suggestion, Victor. Instead of working there full time, you go as a consultant once a month. And in addition, I'm sure you can even have some of the chefs come over to help you out at Montmart. How's that sound? I think I can do that. Great, good talking business with you. You're showing off your cooking to the whole world. Can't keep it locked up here forever, you know? Wow, I can't believe you got him to agree. Suppose it'd be expected of someone with such skill. Now that's a better arrangement. You only gotta go over there once a month and say some bullshit like, use more salt. Shit. See, like, I know you're right here, and we just saw Chickadee over there. But I don't know, that could mean anything. I've already seen two Killikas on the same screen at once, so it's still possible. Yeah, you know, it could be. Where the hell even were they, by the way? We just talked to them. Where'd they go? Oh, you're still over here. I was like, I see dots that we didn't double talk to you guys. Cause I was like, where we just talked to them? Weren't they like in a restaurant? You really think it's not Killick under there? All right, made plans to head for the festival later. We've already got a few drinks in. Well, it should be fine as long as we make it to the show. I'll be more than satisfied. Where do you find the time for these things is beyond me. I won't be going personally, but I'll probably get Hermes to give me the rundown later. I mean, it's a school fest. What it's there to get the rundown on? There's Quiz King. You probably wouldn't get all the questions right on your first try. You sure they're different people? I feel like his hair is like a shade darker. But they are pretty similar. I feel like his hair is a bit straighter. Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to know who that is, but I don't. So, honestly, I feel like I've gotten, you know, the vast majority of plot points guessed ahead of time. Well, I mean, they're not very subtle in the series. Usually, like, the series is weird. Girls games, it's like occasionally they hit you with some shit, you're like, yeah, I had no clue that was coming. And sometimes they're like, they foreshadow something like 18 times in a row. And then it's like a big reveal. But I don't know. They're definitely capable of being quite subtle with their reveals, but oftentimes they just choose not to for whatever reason. This is rather unusual. Or maybe not. I mean, sometimes they do hit you with the, this guy's a goose. Holy hell, you didn't see that shit coming, did you? They're like, nope, because I have no clue who that fucking is. But even then, I did have the, well, I mean, I had the general idea. Because, well, I mean, just based on the way the dude talked. But, I mean, people were not very, you know, and as soon as I started hating on the guard master way back at the start, it was like, well, what if he's not actually the guard man? What if he's not actually Ace? Did you think of that? Hypothetically speaking, you're like, okay, I get it. I understand. I'm not stupid. As I keep having to repeat it, but I'm not actually an idiot. If you think you're being sly, you're not being sly. It's been a while since I mean, granted, it doesn't really matter because it's a plot point that, like, who cares, but just having a review of everything that happened. Now, I still didn't guess that he was a spirit who somehow got into an unnamed artifact and lived for 100 years. I mean, I definitely didn't get that because it's stupid, but that almost coup? I have no clue what you guys are saying, if I'm being honest. Having a review of everything that's happened, like the almost coup? I mean, there's only like a handful of people that remember, right? Don't you think you should just forget about it? Right, we can't do that. Let's ensure that nothing of this nature happens in our organizations again. I suppose we owe President Graham a favor now. That'll be so easy to return. Sounds like a lot of work on our hands. I've always refused the offer to advance to S rank because I haven't had to fully commit myself. I allowed myself to ignore my responsibilities simply because I thought they were beyond me. Well, okay. Zen. I'm gonna keep it real with you, buddy. So far, there's only one S rank that we know of, and the only thing, you know what they did as soon as they became S rank? They fucking quit their job and have never returned. So I mean, their responsibilities. I guess maybe that you can either say maybe that means they're that bad, they're overwhelming, or it's like you could just get the S rank and then fuck off. What are they gonna do? They can't stop you. That weakness was exactly what the guard master needed. Yeah, I guess. Now granted, he mind controlled you because, well, we wanted it for the plot. It wasn't really that anybody exhibited any weakness. He could just kind of do it by default or something. I feel as though I needed to retrain myself. No way I can settle things with Walter like this. To be fair, I don't think there's any way to prepare for it all, but I know neither of you are the type to be satisfied with words alone. I guess I make most of your review, alright? I'm gonna count on you in the future. So what was your weakness then? Like hit you with a fan in the face? By the way, see word from the Empire's branch. Says they should be here by evening. It's been a while. Look forward to seeing her again. Oh, okay. Did say they. Because, you know. I mean, obviously Fee, but like I can't think of who she would be bringing with her. I mean, there's Sarah or Sarah. I don't know if Elaine knows, because... I mean, she could just be referring to just Fee, but... And he could be using the singular they. That is also possible. In the events of last month, I believe our plan should be sufficient. What are they talking about? Actually, it's better if I don't know. That, or maybe it's setting up Breen, because apparently, you know, he's in the next game. Okay, for Montmart to shut down. Even my famous friends love to eat here, like President Rocksmith and the Roaring Lion. Yeah, he's dead, by the way. Hold on a second, you telling me you only know the former president of the Republic, but my master too, who's definitely dead, by the way? How do you even meet all these people? Well, the same way you met famous people, Judith. It's around. Elaine? What you doing there? Pretty sure that comet's full with Paulette right now. So worried about Maxim? Seems really intent on making an effort lately. Make an effort to put my foot up his ass. That's why I haven't given him a chance. Mark my words, if he makes either Paulette or you may cross him into orbit with other comets. Well, if it comes to that, you have my full cooperation. Well, okay. When you say make her, because Yume is still a kid. You know, sometimes she wouldn't be a kid if she didn't cry over some occasionally just kind of silly stuff. I don't know. I mean, maybe give him like a little bit of leeway there. Make Paulette cry? Okay, that's... Then you could send him into orbit. But Yume, she's still at a young enough age that minor things could cause a disproportionate emotional response. There are a number of adults there too, so you don't need to worry.
More candy?
Cairo times! Artemis Academy Festival breaks tradition. What the hell? Not my Artemis Academy. I got an achievement. Completely filled the book section of the notebook. Perhaps the archives are complete. Damn
Stay
true.
out of trouble now.
Got 200,000 mind-controlled NPCs on the way and another million to come, or type shit. You know what I'm talking about?
More candy? Again?
Well, I mean, you can't keep adding candy to your inventory and then get mad when people buy it.
Stop.
Oh, it's you lot. Figure you would have left by now. Artemis County Festival is the event of the season, you know. Make sure you take the time to enjoy yourselves. And to think of it, that Artemis Gainsbourg guy sure is a bit of an oddball, don't you think? They say he understood Sheena like no other. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if he was actually like, evil and he got turned into a spirit and waited 100 years to try and turn back the clock on their country or something, but instead it was some loser named a goose? Really, the educating the youth is of vital importance to the success of the democratic revolution. Thought that to the end too, until they killed him. Alright. Can I go now? Alright, listen, you just snot-nosed brat. Anyway, you guys seen any movies lately? What? Where did that come from? Back in my younger days. There was this one movie I watched. You kids probably couldn't handle it. So it had... so not funny, but... You know what I'm gonna say. I mean, you know the bit. We've done it about 25 times, but... The back of what I was saying is there's like a moon in the sky, and it's got like a face, and the dang old rocket comes up and shoots it right in the eye. Oh my god, it was the poggiest thing I ever did see. It's been a while since I last went. Would you like us to recommend a movie for you? Yeah, right. Like I'd be interested in the Drek you guys watch. What I wanted, the brochures, lots of them. Oh, is this our super weapon? Got any? Hand them over, would you? Or I can give you some for the effort. Brochures, huh? Okay, I guess I can give you some. Yeah, if it gets you going to the movies, I'd be more than happy to. I'm gonna force you to hand them over, and I'm just keep it in mind, alright?
Well,
More candy? Stop.
Got any brochures on you? Here, is this enough? Got a pretty good selection of me. I guess we should have... Well, we can still read the ones, right? I presume it doesn't delete them from our notebook. Anyway, thanks for hard work. Why don't you take us as compensation? Frickin' space metal. What the... I've seen this before. It's some sort of crystal, right? Yeah. I feel like I'd created a sword made purely out of this, and then as soon as everyone went on vacation, I chunked it into the river. Onyx steel. It's used to make all kinds of powerful weapons. I can start on me how to process it, actually. If you want, I should be able to turn it into something useful. Only if you do it while in uniform. Thanks a lot. It's nothing more than some scrap I found in the street. Honestly, I'm just grateful you took it off my hands. Yeah, there's some strange guests at Montmart these days. Saw a few faces I ain't seen in a while too. Maybe I'll stop in later.
Well...
Where be the workshop? Can I do it on the computer? Because if I don't do it now, I will forget. Oh, damn true, partner. Yeah, well, we can order delivery. I don't know if you can do upgrades on this screen. Wait. Nah. A Templar sword. A nicked Templar sword. A Templar sword. A Templar sword. Yep. Damn true, partner. Bread? Holy hell, you guys know how to make bread?
call back anytime.
Alright. Do you upgrade weapons or are you like a fake factory? Ah, okay. Obviously, we give it to Leon, our best friend in the world. Give it to Kincaid. Who gets the biggest increase? I guess it is Kincaid in the... Since we haven't used him in forever. Nadia? Onyx steel blade. An onyx steel scythe. An onyx steel templar. A Templar sword. A gun capable of piercing through space itself? Tell me the Grandmaster made this shit? Yep, it can split the heavens. Hope not. And then we gotta remember to equip it. I feel like we did that in the last game where we made it and then didn't equip it. I mean, eventually we would have, or else we wouldn't have known we didn't equip it, but that does sound familiar. Didn't I equip this already? Maybe I did it at the end of a video and then didn't reload it.
Very well.
Okay, well, I was just about to say, look at the time, we should probably call it, and then I ran out of hard drive space before I could even finish the sentence.
I see you're working hard as always.
Through our last couple talks.
Looking is always free, you know.
I can just make a party? Holy hell.
Come see us again. Looking is always free, you know.
I know we already got to
Come see us again some.
Oh, that Eddie. Why would he take Basilia to the festival without any proper escorts? Oh, he can be a proper escort for her. He can be a little careless at times. Suppose Basilia's gotten pretty used to standing up for herself as well. Except for when it comes to her dad. She just keeps eating shit. Oh, no, I mean, it's good that he never shows up, even though he's got so much money, you literally never have to fucking work again. And, you know, kind of think of it, I was awfully surprised to hear about Kisara's enrollment in Aramis. Apparently in the same year as Curtis, too. They've been walking to school together since last week. I don't think they'll be friends anytime soon, but maybe they can help each other out with homework.
Well,
I mean, it's kind of weird for them to walk together if they hate each other.
the flowers are so beautiful.
Let me in! The people of Old Town want to shop. Oh, seem to be in full bloom today, huh? Looking an awful lot like spring around here. By the way, did I ever tell you about the time I single-handedly planted all the clove trees in the capital? Oh, to be young again. If only I could plant 3,000 more. Oh, maybe I'd overdone it a little, but before I knew it, they were already one of the most famous sights in Edith. I can never quite tell if she's actually lying or not. Guess this is her idea of fun. That one's true. Oh, that reminds me. Like, I remember a key falling out of my pocket back then. Probably got buried in the roots somewhere. What was it for again? The terrace entrance? Ah, well, did anyone ever find it? Whoa, wonder if that part's true. Who knows? Maybe we might pick it up along the way. Shouldn't you already know? King always brings back such wonderful memories. I can never forget how much work I put into planting all those trees. I think I dropped that key of mine, though. Well, doubt I'll ever see it again. Hello, Mr. Cat. You got a key for me? That one seems to be carrying something. Is that? Perhaps is the key the old woman mentioned? Well, I don't see if it works. Oh boy. Oh boy, what could it be? Heck, it was that easy? Guess we got lucky. That kitten, though, we thought it might have gone missing. Do you think maybe I was just searching for that key instead? It certainly seems that way. That means the old lady really was telling the truth. Guess so.
Looks like a chest.
The world's most powerful hackable chest. Who knows what treasures could be behind the security door, the security lock.
I'm going in.
A lock that none have ever managed to pick before. Now, Mayor,
Conducting search.
we do need to not F this. I can't go forward, Mayor.
Confirming surroundings.
Mayor. That thing. Your depth perception. Hand it over. And then you will go back. Forward and back, as they say. Forward and back. My controls, they're buttery smooth. And he's I'm gonna go.
This is kid stuff. I bypassed the security.
You don't want to go fast. So slow is fast. Let me over. My controls, they don't work. Oh my god.
I'm not done yet.
Oh my god, you got me facing the wrong way. Please, please, my controls. Maybe I should try the D-pad. Maybe that'll work better. Nope, it doesn't work at all.
This is kid stuff. No sweat.
What if I should have gone the other way? What if this is a trap?
This is kid stuff.
If this is a dead end, I wouldn't even, like, I couldn't even be that mad.
Surroundings.
Hey, is that it?
I've got control of the system.
Why would I go the other way? Kimmel? Yes, Kimmel. Known for finally an arch driver for, well, Anya's You're Dead to Me, but if you weren't, would it finally fulfill my criteria of having the 3 spells I want? Yes, it does. Quite good. Quite good. No shortage of free slots. Well, it'll never be used. Maybe.
The flowers.
We'll see. Hello, kitty. No, not you. The kitty. You're a cat. You're not a kitty. Mew mew. Damn true. Alright, we're gonna call it here. Next time, we will, get ever closer to the end of our talking time. That's... Everyone in Old Town. Oh, wait, did we do the Laguna Longhouse? Bathhouse?
Be such a stick in the mud.
We did not. Alright, we'll stop where we started. And we'll take a bath. So all these people can stop being so sweaty and stanky. Ain't that right, Van? I'm actually 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.